Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Google has publicly apologised after online ads from some of Britain's best-known brands appeared next to extremist material. Today, Marks & Spencer has become the latest company to pull online advertising from Google. RBS, Lloyds and HSBC announced similar moves over the weekend. Google has promised to do more to address the issue, as our media editor, Amol Rajan, reports.
Millions of videos are uploaded onto YouTube every day. But they include extremist material, such as jihadi propaganda, and footage from neo-Nazi campaigns.
Facing down on you coming storm!
Both of which are outlawed. And yet these hate videos attract advertising, often randomly generated. Here, a radical Islamist preaches above a holiday advert. And fascists are twinned with an advert for a BBC programme. An anti-Semitic video, but the advert promotes tourism in Israel. Today, YouTube's owner, Google, apologised.
You have probably read stories recently about some brands appearing against content that they didn't want to, and in the spotlight in particular has been YouTube. So I want to start by saying sorry. We apologise when anything like that happens. We don't want it to happen, you don't want it to happen, and we take responsibility for it.
And here's why. A growing list of household names, from banks to media organisations, have said they will stop advertising with Google until it solves this problem. Broadcaster Channel 4 is one of those who paid Google to promote its programmes, but now it's angry at what's been happening.
We specifically asked that our adverts not appear alongside offensive videos, and yet that's exactly what's happened. It's incredibly damaging for a brand like Channel 4 to have its adverts alongside neo-Nazi and homophobic videos, especially if, as it turns out, the way that Google operate their systems, we're actually funding the organisations that have made the videos in the first place.
Advertisers like Channel 4 have helped to make Google one of the most powerful companies in the world. But now they're saying that with that power comes responsibility. Google has always said that it's a technology company, not a media company. But some of its advertisers now clearly disagree. One of the most influential men in advertising says he's talking to his clients and to Google to find a solution.
What they have to do is to make sure there's a sort of a white list of sites where the advertising can go and a blacklist where they can't go. And that's the question of judgment. That's what we have to work on. I think we'll get to a solution. There's too much at stake.
Google says it is taking action. But until they break the link between advertising and hate online, internet giants face a level of scrutiny that they aren't used to. The backlash against big tech has begun. Amol Rajan, BBC News.
Money talks, the saying goes, and with advertisers withdrawing contracts, a Google boss said sorry today about the way adverts for such names as Marks & Spencer's and McDonald's have been placed alongside offensive or extremist videos. After all, which self-respecting company wants homophobic or anti-Semitic messages right next to its products? Our business editor Joel Hills is here. Joel, put like that, it doesn't sound great to Google, to put it mildly. How bad is it, do you think?
Well, look, Google has been in hot water previously, hasn't it, Tom? If you remember, allegations of tax avoidance, allegation the company wasn't doing enough to tackle piracy, but none of those really seem to cause the company any damage. This time it's different. It's managed to upset advertisers on whose money Google absolutely depends. Let's have a look at some of the names of withdrawn advertising already. Most of them are household names. They have got big budgets, and they are mightily fed up of their adverts appearing next to offensive and in some cases illegal content on YouTube in particular. Google knows it has to respond.
So I want to start by saying sorry. We apologise when anything like that happens. We don't want it to happen, you don't want it to happen, and we take responsibility for it.
OK. Where is it all going, do you think?
Well, I don't sure really that sorry is going to be enough, in as much as Google is saying it has, 400 hours of video is uploaded to YouTube every minute. Now, it's a colossal challenge. An apology is welcome. But the point is, Google didn't really spell out in any great detail what it was going to do to protect clients in future. And one of them, WPP, which spends, Tom, £5.5 billion a year on Facebook and on Google alone on behalf of its clients, says that both companies have been really slow to address this issue.
Neither Google or Facebook can say we're digital engineers, with our digital spanners tightening the nuts on our digital pipes, and we're not responsible for the stuff that flows through the digital pipes. That's unacceptable. They are responsible. They're responsible as much as ITV or anybody else is, and they should just get on with it, accept it, and police it properly.
There's another reason, Tom, why this story isn't going away anytime soon, and that is that Google and Facebook have both profited at the expense of newspapers. They've been aggressively hoovering up their advertising revenue, eating their lunch, and that guarantees that any further defections, any further sign of a boycott is guaranteed to make headlines.
OK, Joel, thank you very much indeed.
I've been getting away with it all my